Hey guys, Tim here, back with a quick manga unboxing. I actually wasn't even going to make a video today or even unbox this today because I've just been busy and basically it got delivered and I just threw it on one of the shelves, which I do sometimes, and I'll sometimes just forget about a package for like weeks to months and then I'll just end up unboxing it later. Sometimes on video, sometimes not, because just so busy all the time. And I actually got around to looking because I was curious. It's like, wow, I hadn't filmed a YouTube video and it felt like a little bit, and then I felt like it was maybe like a week or two, and I actually looked at my last update and it's been over 3 weeks since my last update, so that's crazy that it's already been that long. The year is just flying by. But anyway, this is just going to be 20 manga volumes, so let's try to crack it open real quick here. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just kind of a replacement manga series for me because I'll get around to showing why I say that. It's packaged very, very oddly. It's like a box and it almost doesn't fit in the box, so I can't open it as fast as I usually would be able to, and having to be a little careful that way I do not cut myself. But yeah, this is a manga series that I did really enjoy for a while. I actually never completed it in English. I only bought the first 11 volumes in English, so I'm going to get around to showing those off as well. So this is kind of like a manga replacement. Beginning to work on that some. I bought these used off eBay, so I got them for like a really good price. I forget how much I spent with taxes and all. Maybe it has a receipt in here. I don't know if it does. Sometimes they put the receipt in it, sometimes they don't. It doesn't look like they did this time, so again, not really sure how much I spent. I believe it was like $65 maybe, plus tax, so maybe around 70 to 75 with taxes and all. Not too sure, but the series, this is the English volumes that I already have, so I already have numbers 1 through 11 of this, so kind of replacing those with the Japanese ones, because I did say in a previous video that I was wanting to start replacing. Well, I'm still going to keep my English ones, at least for now anyway. Might end up selling them off or getting rid of them at some point, but for now I'm planning on keeping them, and I'm just going to have separate collections, and I'm just going to keep going like that for now. So yeah, just starting on that. Okay, here we go. First 10, let's try to go through these relatively fast. It was a manga series that, well, there's really no fading or anything on the manga, so surprisingly very, very good condition, even for Japanese standards. Like Japanese manga, I've never really gotten any Japanese manga from Japan used that were like destroyed. Like English manga, if you buy used English manga off eBay, a lot of the times they are destroyed and just very bad condition. But even like the worst condition manga that I get from like Japan is usually like your standard. Like the worst Japanese condition manga is comparable to like your average condition that you would get for English manga buying them here. So yeah, I'm always really happy with the condition that I get for Japanese manga. There's been a couple that I've bought that were actually a little damaged or maybe ripped on the dust cover, but it's not horrible or anything. It's not damaged. And a lot, sometimes if it's like an older series, like I bought some older ones like a Suzuka, which is on the shelf over there. That one was a bit sun faded, but again, that's a manga series that came out a very long time ago, so of course it's going to fade over time. But these are newer mangas, so not really any fading, and the manga itself looks really good, especially for the price, because some of the other sellers were selling these for around $100, but I ended up getting it from a seller that I had not bought from before. Usually I buy from the same sellers most of the time, but I decided to try out a new seller just because they had it for a very good price, and I'm pretty happy with it, outside of the odd boxing, but they probably just used whatever they had around. That's what I do whenever I sell stuff on eBay. I try to not go out of my way to buy new boxes. I just reuse boxes and packaging and stuff. But anyway, 15, so we're now beyond where I was reading it in English, and it hadn't gotten bad whenever I stopped reading in English. Like I only ever read up through volume 11, and it was still pretty good at that point, but I do know that it falls off a lot in the ending. People really hate it, so eventually I'm going to have to suffer through that, but again, it's a series that had a ton of potential. Like, I love the way it began. The first story arc is one of the most enticing and just keeps you like constantly reading. It's like, I cannot imagine how painful that would have been reading it in Weekly Jump, like from the very beginning. Like, whenever I got into the series, it's like there was already multiple volumes out, so I didn't have to suffer through the whole weekly grind like a lot of people may have did, or especially people in Japan definitely had to suffer through that. But I never got around to watching the anime. I've only read the manga, and I know the second season of the anime is like really hated, but people love the first season, so might get around to watching those sometime, and eventually I am going to have to read through and see how bad the ending is and how bad the manga gets. But for a concept, like the way it began, it came out swinging. It was a very good manga series at the beginning, so it was very, 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 very fun. But anyway, we have 20 new volumes for the year. I don't know how many we're up to. We might be up to like, might be up to around 100, a bit over 100. Again, not fully sure. I can look at them right now. I've bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I've bought like 4 Japanese manga series so far for the year. This is the first used Japanese manga series I bought this year so far. And of course I bought the Bleach English manga box set number 3. So yeah, we have quite a few volumes that we bought this year so far. Probably going to buy some new Japanese manga possibly next week or the week after. I'm going to place that order. I have not decided if I'm going to go with a series that I have not bought yet, or if I'm going to catch up on the series that I am currently collecting, because I believe I am like 1 or 2 volumes behind on most of those, like Eden Zero, Sakamoto Days, Akane Banashi. There's a few more that I'm collecting that I'm also behind on. Marshall, that's one that I'm very far behind on, but I'm also kind of wanting to buy some new series, like catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen, or a couple of Cuckoos, or Undead Unluck. That was one that I was looking at, but the first volume is currently out of print on Amazon Japan, so I'm going to have to wait for them to get that in stock. That way I can just get the full set of that up to current. But anyway, that's all I have for the video. I will see you in the next one. Later.